Alright, this is a real impromptu video. I just put up a video showing the initial steps I took with this real inexpensive, low budget type little project I'm working on. And I went ahead and I took that video down just because somebody brought up he made a comment. He says, "Hey, can you tell us what you're doing?" Instead of posting up the, slideshow of the results. And I read that comment and I said, that's a good idea. It'd be better if I just kind of told you what I was doing, so if somebody wanted to do the same thing, they can go ahead and follow suit and go from there. Now, this High Point 995, it's not in bad condition. When I got it, it was just not well taken care of. It was very dirty, had a little bit of rust on it and whatnot. So basically all I did was I did a complete tear down, cleaned everything. I also cleaned the stock here, and I applied, what I used is the basic paint in a can, which is the Krylon Outdoors camo, the heavy duty camo paint that they have. They have it in OD green, tan, brown, black, and I went ahead and used the OD green on the stock. Basically, for prep work on the stock, all you had to do is just clean the stock really well, degrease it, make sure there's no oil on it, including getting in the nooks and crannies here, making sure all that's free of oil, and you go ahead and apply your paint just in light coatings. This is about 3 different coats of paint. You apply, let it dry for a little bit. This is a fast dry paint. It takes about 15 minutes to dry and about an hour to cure. So that's what I used for the paint here on the stock. And as you can see, it turned out pretty decent. It's the same stuff I used for my High Point C9. And the finish is pretty good. Doesn't wear out or anything. For the grip, I went ahead and just threw a Hogue handle on there, just so that way you get a little bit better of a grip versus the polymer, which is kind of like a slick surface. There's really nothing there as far as texture, so I wanted to throw some texture on there. Now, as far as disassembly on these things, I'm not going to take it apart, but I'll give you a quick rundown of the disassembly. It's not as bad as people think. Basically, step 1, use some Allen screws right here and here. Take the front side off. That will also enable you to just pop the heat guard off. Step 2, go ahead and loosen these bolts here. This top cover will come off, exposing the slide and the bolt assembly. Step 3, take this sling point off, and there'll be a little ring. You can take the sling point off, tilt the barrel up a little bit, the ring will come out, and you can slide the barrel, which is attached to the slide bolt assembly receiver, and the trigger group. It's all one piece, so that all slides off. Then you take a little you push out a little pin in the back, and the slide, the trigger and whatnot will come off much in the same way that a High Point pistol, disassembles. So in any case, the disassembly isn't that bad at all. And that's one of the key things about these High Points. Most of the High Points I see in pawn shops and at gun stores, what they do is people will buy them and they'll run them ragged, and it'll just be dirty, 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 and then they'll get to the point where they stop functioning, and then people will call them crap because they're not functioning. If you take care of them, they'll function pretty decent. This one, after I cleaned, degreased, painted, all that good stuff, I went ahead and ran some snap caps through it just to see what what the function reliability will be on this. And so far, it seems to be feeding just fine. The real test will be getting it out to the range, running some rounds through it, and see how it goes. Next step will be doing an optic of some kind. Most likely just going to be a red dot, a simple red dot. And at the same time, I don't know if I'll get the High Point flash hider or muzzle brake. I don't know if I'll go that route, and we'll see about getting some extra magazines and maybe some extra accessories. Now on the charging handle, people are like, a couple people asked, is that a bolt? It is a bolt. Basically, the charging handles on the 995s, they're a bolt, but they have a piece here, a roller piece, that when you You can see right here, it's better just to show you. You can see that little indent. In order to lock the slide back, you would pull the charging bolt to the rear and then you would push the piece in. Well, this is just missing that piece. I don't know what happened. Maybe the person disassembled. The person that owned this before disassembled this rifle at one point. Lost the piece, just decided it wasn't important. But I'll either get a rubber grommet to go in its place, or I'll just go ahead and order that piece from High Point. It's a real inexpensive part. So far this is the step one, just getting it cleaned up a little bit, functioning a little bit smoother, and then step two will be optics and some other goodies. So thanks for watching.